In an academic setting such as UConn, one must understand that language is vital to effective communication, but there are inherent flaws in language. So, as a French immigrant and as a UConn student, I understand how these flaws can be issues here on campus. UConn's diversity allows for problems to exist within and between languages across a so-called language barrier that can effectively hamper communication. And I'll introduce some solutions today that can help to overcome these limitations. So, to begin, I'll start by talking about some of the issues that are present with language in communication. So, miscommunication can happen in the English language. Johnson, from Vocabulary Sizes Lexical Facts, an article written on The Economist, states that the average native English speaker speaks around 20,000 to 35,000 words. And when one couples this with the fact that connotation and the vernacular vary extensively, this leads to many different combinations of words and terms. Especially on a diverse campus such as UConn, these connotations and vernacular variations can lead to extensive confusion. But miscommunication also happens across the so-called language barrier between different languages. A good example of this is how grammar rules influence articulation. For example, in the French language, as a French immigrant, I know this, the French language uses gendered nouns that reduce ambiguity and heighten clarity when speaking. Another difference between languages is that there are phrases and words that exist within languages that don't exist within the English language. And an example of this is seen in the French phrase l'esprit du l'escalier, which means to think of a retort after an argument has concluded. So, now that we see that there are some issues present in language, both within one language's own communication and between languages, let's talk about some solutions. Overcoming limitations within the English language itself is fairly easy. By understanding UConn's audience, we can understand that extensive use of connotation and vernacular can cause confusion. But simply by clarifying key concepts and key terms, we can overcome this limitation that exists within the English language itself. But then there's still the issue of the language barrier that exists between different languages. And luckily, UConn's resources are what allow this to not be such an issue. You see, UConn offers dozens of language courses, from French to Arabic. The native English speaker has lots of opportunities to learn other languages and be able to communicate. On the flip side, however, though, UConn also offers English courses to increase one's functional and academic vocabulary. So, now that we've gone over some solutions, I want to say that hopefully I've shown you that there are inherent flaws within language that can hamper effective communication. Today I've gone over the issues that exist within and between languages, and I've also proposed some possible solutions. And as I finish, I want to end with a quote from Ludwig Wittgenstein that highlights the importance of language. And he said, "The limits of my language means the limits of my world." Thank you.